Hey, this is Noah. When me and my brother were growing up, we played Super Smash Bros. Melee, and one of our pastimes was to look through all the trophies. We found there was trophies. We went and we looked at them, and we were like, literally who? Not only was there a million trophies in there from games we've obviously never played, but some of them we never would have played it because it was in Japan only and came out before we existed. One of those is the game Famicom Detective Club. Famicom Detective Club has fascinated me in a lot of ways, but namely that I can't seem to find a way to play it. Because in what little we've seen of it, only one of the games has even been translated by fans, and it was the second one, and I don't understand. Skipping right to the point, because I'm honestly losing track of where I want to take this dialogue. A little bit ago, Nintendo announced that they were going to be remaking the game. Now, if you're in North America and you're hearing this, and you're maybe avid about watching Nintendo Directs, you may think to yourself, did I miss that? And the answer is yes, you did. Because it was in the Japanese version of a Direct. Because if you didn't know, Japanese Nintendo Directs often and frequently have different content than the North American ones. They brought the producer on, the guy who wrote the original scenario, and he was just like, in his shape speech, so we're remaking both of the games. And they're doing it in collaboration with the company Mages. And they have a lot of credits to their name, games that they've done, but the one that caught my eye was the idea that they've done Steins Gate. Steins Gate is a very, very well-received, well-known visual novel, so if that doesn't put them up as okay, these are the guys, do it, I don't know what will. And I was already captivated with the idea of them actually remaking this game, because I thought it was going to be one of those in the long line of games that Nintendo's forgotten about, F-Zero. But then, when you announced to me, okay, by the way, Mages is the one developing it, that takes Bryant and throws him against the wall and says, talk to me, do it, because he likes Steins Gate. So, now we're both on board, probably. I don't even know if he's aware of that, but I'm gonna probably tell him and he'll go, oh! The only problem we have here is that, as of this moment, the game has not been announced to be localized outside of Japan. And I'm holding out hope that they actually will. Not just because it would be a good way to finally let fans of the West see that the game exists, to finally recognize these characters, but because the Switch is full of visual novels, maybe even to a fault. There's a lot. Visual novel developers must have looked at this and been like, oh wow, we've been putting all of our games on tablets and phones. Now you're telling me we can charge $10 extra for them? Surely. Nintendo and Mages. Mages put Steins Gate on the Switch. And the other games in the Steins Gate line, because there's more, I guess. If you're gonna try to tell me that Nintendo doesn't see that and see that they're very it's going through Nintendo! They know! They have to. They have to know. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad. At this moment, they've delayed it from their initial launch window of 2020 to 2021, obviously. And you can guess why, but whether or not that will actually be sustained, if that's true, it's hard to say. But I do think it's interesting to consider the notion that Nintendo would be publishing a visual novel. I understand that the game has, the detective aspects, but, we consider Ace Attorney a visual novel, so I think that counts. Just something about that, because I think I stigmatize visual novels as, degenerate most of the time. If you like them, nothing against you, just do your thing. But I think it's weird for me to think, okay, there are a few visual novels that are quality, and this could end up being one of them. So, let's see how that goes. I have yet to ever play through a visual novel. Maybe this will be the first if Nintendo actually localizes it. Please? This is Noah. That's Famicom Detective Club Remake. Both of them. See ya.